Welcome to the You Were Saying podcast, where four geeks talk about a random pop culture topic every week, and we try and find the best answer. Can we just get off this Star Wars shit? Like, I'm just over it. Like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it's like 15 episodes of just Star Wars. Oh wait, that looks alright. Tonight we are talking about the worst thing inside Star Wars. Not outside. No peripherals, James. Things that are inside Star Wars.
The universe.
Oh, we're
in the universe, in the movies.
Terms. You call me a geek.
Oh, sorry, nerd. Spock.
Fascist.
Prick.
Racist?
Racist. But
He drives
no.
fast.
You were saying the podcast where us four lovely gentlemen. Is
Not
that
at all
better?
nerds.
These lovely four soy boys sit around and talk about one topic, and we try and discuss what is the best option from our choices. But literally, we realised that this week some prick is being a Sith and is trying to do some sneaky shit in the background
We do realise
and bleed a kyber crystal, without us realising.
He's tickling the tank.
Today, as always, I am joined by my lovely
And the acolyte.
Padawan.
Jude Law's skeleton crew, Liam.
And to his right, his Padawan.
Clone Trooper 3. James.
Jesus. And the Clone Troopers Grenadier.
The scattered remains of the Rogue Squadron script on the floor.
And I am the aforementioned Green Goblin known as Yodasco.
Nice.
He's not a goblin, he's a puppet.
He's a muppet. Okay.
Yaddle.
Go Crouching Tiger, hidden Muppet.
So this week we are talking about the worst thing in Star Wars. We're going to open up the salvo with Paul.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I got a list,
Yeah.
Check it twice.
but I'm gonna go with the first thing, top of the list. That one droid in Return of the Jedi that feels pain on his feet. And this is why.
The moment you said that, I knew the exact scene you're fucking talking about.
And this is why I advocated for this episode.
Shit. Oh, I've got hiccups now.
Why?
Yeah.
I'm so surprised that's what you picked. But
That
it
is
funny. It is funny.
that is a good fucking pick. I've got fucking hiccups. Fuck. Clone Trooper 3. What have you got?
Clone Trooper 3 is choosing the woman's razor that was used to analyze the blood to determine the midichlorian content in fucking Anakin's blood.
The comlink.
I had that fucking
Like
comlink.
specifically,
Yeah, it's huge, though.
specifically the midichlorian count, but that has been the device that was used to determine it.
Comlink.
Hey.
Jude Law Skeleton Crew. What have you got?
How you doing?
I think that looks pretty good, by the way.
I'll be
I
honest.
still
It's a
think
kid's show.
I think that show is for kids. Liam's not for kids.
I still think it's based off that Michael Jackson TV show. I'm still basing it off that.
Okay.
He's dead though. He can't do it.
Yeah, well, he's like Michael Jackson is canon in Star Wars now.
Okay. Mine's a bit wordy.
Here we go.
Sith Lord Palpatine ending his 60 to 70 year plan by literally killing himself with force lightning against an untrained Jedi. Cunt, you've done this twice now.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you cap off a trilogy. Is Palpatine lightning himself?
That's how you cap off the third trilogy.
Every trilogy.
The very end.
No,
I
every
just-
third movie he has to lightning himself.
Make it 3 times. Sorry.
Yeah, he does it.
Every three times.
Revenge of the Sith.
Mace Windu was not untrained.
That's true.
But he does lightning himself in the
Mace
face.
knew what he was doing.
He turns himself into a ball
Vader
sack.
picked him up, he lightened himself, and then obviously Rey and Kylo made him lightning himself again.
Can I just say it? Mace Windu's scream when he gets his hand cut off and thrown out the window lives in my brain rent free.
It's got it's like a
Rent was due. The rent was due when he did that.
But But you know for a fact
was
that
all
he is not dead. Like 100%. You saw Luke.
Don't die in the
Yeah,
No, but
the universe.
Anakin Skywalker and fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi are fucking jumping between those ships that are flying through Coruscant, and they're just landing on top of them. And you're telling me that he gets thrown out of the building and he's just going to go, oh, yep,
Yeah,
I'm
got
dead.
one hand
because
up.
you saw Anakin and then he went and he like, what? And then he matched. He was, it's that.
Have you
Well,
seen
Mace didn't do that. He
the
just hit
Russian
ground.
Clone Wars? Fucking Mace Windu fucking throws shit in his fist.
The
Yeah.
animated ones?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, animated clone Mace Windu, he's fine.
He's beast
Dude
mode.
doesn't have a parachute.
Do you think something happened in George Lucas's childhood where, say, he was on a farm and a relative of his lost an arm in like a tractor or something, and that's why everyone in his movie keeps losing an arm? Because he's like, I need to re-remember this.
I think it's like, what's the only
constantly.
thing you can do with the lightsaber that's not cutting,
not
it's cutting
permanent.
someone's head off?
Yeah.
What are you picking, Dasko?
I'd love to see a leg cut off.
I'd love a leg. Well, you do.
You do.
A few times.
It's not as fun,
Anakin
though.
loses an egg. A leg.
Yeah,
but he loses
two.
He loses his mind.
And an arm.
He loses to the lava.
He loses his wife,
He had a
mate,
bad day.
and his kids.
It was a rough trot.
Yeah.
Fucking rough trot. He choked his wife out to near death, and then all of a sudden goes, "You took her from me."
We've had a doozy of a day.
You're telling me you can't see in your head him coming in full Darth Vader armor up to Rex and be like, mate, I've had a fucking day.
Can you imagine him like, Padme's dead, no, and then he goes into his room and sits down and he's like, oh, bloody
I did
hell,
not see it going that way.
I did not have control.
He sits down at his weird little fucking claw
He's
machine
back to tank.
fucking holder, and he just sits there just like, I don't think I could get any worse than this today.
That
Like,
got out of hand very quickly.
What I would expect is Atticus the kind of guy that would then load up Facebook and be like, mate, there's snakes in the
Too many
grass.
snakes in the grass. I don't want to talk about it.
Snakes in the grass. Or he checks himself into the hospital saying, I'm okay.
I'd like a moment of privacy.
I'm okay. Can't talk, though.
Whew.
And then like photos of the Death Star. It's like hanging in there though.
Today was an event.
yes, it was an event. So I was going to originally pick lightsabers because I think they are the worst thing in Star Wars.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
For a myriad of reasons, because like they're inconsistent. Like one lightsaber stab will kill one person, and then the next episode is fucking.
See, that's where I was struggling because that's
No.
writing.
Yeah, I know that's writing. That's writing. I know that's the problem I came with.
Yeah,
But then it was like
but the writing controls
episode
the
1. You
lightsabers.
can see young Kenobi fucking shoving his lightsaber through a fucking blast door and cuts
that
it
was
open like it's.
Qui-Gon, bud.
Was it Qui-Gon? I thought it was
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
it was
Fucking-
Qui-Gon, mate. Nah, it's
Master
Qui-Gon.
Destroyers.
Oh yes,
It was
I
the
haven't
Irish.
seen
It
number
was
1
the
in a while.
Irishman, not
I
the
watched it
Scottish
last
man.
week, baby.
But yeah, but then like all of a sudden like you go through and like they can't cut through this specific type of armor that's like cut like mined on this planet. Well, why not make your fucking blast doors out of the fucking shit that you've already glassed the planet and just go and take it? Fucking Trade Federation, your fucking mums.
They kind of do that.
What?
They kind of do that.
Yeah, true.
Look, the Star Wars universe is a bit fucked.
No, well, the Star Wars
some of the
universe, like a
books
lot
are
of it doesn't
fucking
make
ferrets.
sense. It was just like, why not get kyber crystals and put them in the fucking laser pistols? And just like they made the Death Star out of kyber crystals. Like that's what the Death Star is. It's like fucking an array of kyber crystals.
Actually, that's the Death Star laser. The
He's
Death Star
a
is made out
geek.
of dual steel.
He's enough geek for the four of us.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm not joking, but
I feel like they were implemented that way because there was a genocide.
Where was the genocide?
Everywhere.
Talking about Alderaan?
No.
no. Well,
Wasn't
they
there
were-
like,
Well,
isn't
that
it
is
like,
genocide, yeah.
didn't
They-
they want
they're
to
asking for
genocide.
it.
Didn't they want to one it up in fucking like the Force Awakens and they like genocided like fucking
4
6 planets at once?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't half-ass the genocide.
multi-kill.
Which one of them was
Not Coruscant.
Not Coruscant.
Not Coruscant, but it was Coruscant. Coruscant Mark II.
Coruscant
Electric
adjacent.
Boogaloo.
Coruscant
But no,
Prime.
What are you picking?
Well, the problem that I had is that like for one thing, I didn't expect when she said your answer. I've lost. Like that's a fucking that's a great answer. And then used to have dropped fucking great answers, and my one's just fucking shit.
What's yours going to be, like, women?
Fucking no, blue milk. Just blue milk
Hey,
in general.
Blue milk's that's a good
Because
answer.
whenever someone tries to badmouth fucking Star Wars, they always drop to, oh yeah, the fucking blue milk people, like the blue milk drinking people.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so give us your reasoning behind.
Can I give you some backups?
Okay, give us some backups.
Yeah.
I've got a couple.
I have a lot of backups, but I've thrown in the towel because you guys.
I got the red ray shields in the generator room in Naboo.
Yeah, okay.
Silly. I got midichlorians. Also silly. I got the Polis Massa medical droids. They literally rebuilt Anakin, and yet she dies of a broken heart. Bullshit. Terrible. I've also got the Coruscant Fire Department who thought it was a good idea to put the fire out of a crashing separatist ship in episode 3.
True.
Idiots.
True. That's nice. True.
Idiots. But also, crashing ship. What are you going to do? What's the water going to do, pal? Ain't going to do shit.
That's true. I didn't even.
I got weirdly
My
specific.
backup was the rule of 2, because I think it'd just be cooler if there were more Sith.
Fair.
I mean, to be fair, before the rule of 2,
Yeah,
it
but
was.
wasn't there like
And then it was bad.
like
Infighting.
KOTOR? There was like
So much infighting.
yeah.
Well, even
There
like
was-
the Darth Bane books, there's a whole chapter of them, and they're just like, sick, let's go to war. And they do. And
yeah.
Or just the Sith in general, because they're not very nice men. And the occasional woman.
The occasional woman.
Occasional
A
woman.
cheeky Asajj adventures.
Kill.
Yep. What do you got, Liam?
All right, so I've got 2 phases of this.
Oh, good.
One of them is just things that are the worst, and then the other half is things that you would consider to be the worst thing.
Oh.
So, because I didn't really know how the topic was going to go.
Right.
So, one of my backups was Rey somehow knowing where Luke was raised and burying his and Leia's lightsaber there when Leia has literally never been to Tatooine.
But
then
that's like
renaming her Self Skywalker as if that makes any sense at all, on top of burying 2 of the 3 last remaining lightsabers in the galaxy.
So that's the writing thing. That's the thing. The problem that I had.
See, that I was falling the same thing because another thing that I wrote here that I dismissed because of writing was the Acolyte using the lightsaber whip once for no reason.
Yeah, but the laser. The moment I saw the
that's
laser
writing.
whip, I thought that they were going to go down like some of the remnants of the KOTOR shit. How they had like the lightsabers that had to have the fucking battery pack in.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden we get fucking like budget brand fucking Trinity fucking in there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, the moment I saw her on the screen, I was like, oh, sweet, we're going to have Trinity
yeah.
that isn't in the Matrix.
I'm
Like,
geeky, and I got excited because when they said, "Oh, like Vanessa Rowe is gonna be there," I'm like, "Oh, sick! She's awesome in the books." And in my head, I'm like, "She's got a light whip."
Yeah, you
I
showed
wonder
me.
if they're gonna do the light whip, and then they see it in the training, like, "Oh yes!"
And that was it.
that was it.
yeah, because the
And
light
that's all we're
whip.
gonna see of the light whip.
She's gone.
True.
So my other backups.
Yep.
The cultists on Exegol not participating in anything and just watching their lord die. And then I
Yeah.
got niche like you.
Thank you.
Luke equating blowing up a space station to shooting some rats with his hick rifle to a room of rebels fighting for their way of life.
T-16 was actually a ship, not a rifle.
Sorry, I apologize.
How dare you diminish him by calling him
With his kick rifle in a dirt trench. That's so
I'm out
true,
here
though.
shooting them sore rats with me rifle.
bad.
We're going to kill 400,000 people. It's the same thing as shooting a rat in a drain.
And on the other side of the fence, I
Love that.
very specifically, oh, that's terrible. The literal clone army bred for war by the peacekeepers of the galaxy that ultimately led to their entire downfall. The Jedi genocide.
Yep.
Jar Jar Binks welcoming to Coruscant. Being welcomed into Coruscant and getting manipulated to give power to Chancellor Palpatine, which then killed everyone he's ever known. Homie Dev killed himself. Literally everyone he knows besides Palpatine is dead.
Oh, shit.
He
Okay.
definitely Kurt Cobain POV.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait for him to go evil.
They did it in the Lego movie.
There was this podcast that Freddie Wong used to do called Story Break, and they would try and like just like so one of the first episodes like what would the Jar Jar Binks movie be, and they went down the dark rabbit hole of just like he knows he's been manipulated, he knows he's responsible for it all, and even though I was like you could see him just like sitting alone in a dark room, and the voiceover was like, "What's a mega hero?"
No, but it's just like Jar Jar is set up to be like that's the one thing that I wish that Star Wars would do was George Lucas release what he wanted to do for the original trilogy. Because if Jar Jar Binks comes out as a Sith, I'm just like fucking yep, bang, give it to me. Because like he fucking force changes fucking people's mind. You see him putting like the hand movements in, all that other kinds of shit. He passes out to all of a sudden get inside the mind of the bigger fish to fucking eat the one that's at the moment it goes away. He wakes up in episode 1.
Yeah.
You know how there's a little fish.
Oh, yeah.
Have you not watched any of
The
these
big
YouTube
fish.
videos?
No.
Yeah.
There's like 30-minute YouTube videos of Jar Jar is actually a Sith Lord. Watch him move his hands to make who's the fat guy, the fat bink guy? What are they called? Gungan. The fat
Gungan.
Gungan. He waves his hands. Sorry, he waves his
Jar
hands
Jar.
to make them accept Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and get them a ship.
Yeah.
He literally like palms his hand.
Yeah. There's like little.
He's a Sith in the
Lego one, and
Lego.
he's
It's actually.
fucking.
I've only watched 2 episodes. It's actually sick.
It's fucking
It's
sick.
really funny.
It's an alternate universe that, like, essentially all the goods are bad, bads are good, and that kind of
Yeah,
shit. There's
I
like
like
a
it.
white Darth Vader.
Even there's Luke Skywalker, but he's
Oh,
just
wait,
a pod
they-
racer.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to do anything. I'm a pod
White
racer.
Darth Vader?
So, like, instead of having a black
hood?
armor, he has like
White
white.
guy with a hood?
Is
White.
it pointed at the top?
Oh, a little bit. A little bit.
Does he hate the
Angry
ones that are
man.
He hates
Angry
Tuskens.
dressed
No.
in a different color?
So, the one backup that I
Can't
was going to
call him
have
that.
was Darth Vader in Cloud City, how Han Solo fucking shoots at him and he just fucking just fucking catches the fucking laser beams.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but I don't know if that's writing or not, and that's the one I was going to go with because it's just like, why does he fucking need the lightsaber if he's the only person who knows how to properly wield it, and he can just walk up to any person the rebels are shooting at him, and Rogue One in the ship, and he
You
just
could have
goes,
dialed in harder and be like the intercom system in Cloud City and how you got to have a 10-digit passcode to then
Yeah.
pull a little thing out to then evacuate an entire city. Silly.
See,
Have a button.
I heard. I don't remember if I heard like a podcast about it or I read something, but there's a theory about that scene that he just tanked it.
Yeah.
Because his arm is a robot arm, so
Yeah.
he just got shot, and he's like, "Yeah, that's right. Nothing hurts me."
I do like them talking about like Vader finding out who Han Solo is, and it's just like he's got his old master, his son, his daughter, and like his droids, and all of a sudden he arrives in effectively a Ford Transit on his space station, and he's like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
How
well, no, it was So
more to
the also points out that with the Wookiee that was there when Yoda was being
Yeah.
killed
Yeah,
in
on
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk, that's right.
And it's just like, how is this guy like struck the best luck in the universe to find every single piece of the puzzle to be there on the Death Star?
Yeah.
Liam's got a face.
What's wrong, bud?
Why did Chewie not tell Luke about Yoda?
That's the thing is like
How come Leia didn't hug Chewie after episode 7?
She's a racist.
she called him a nerf herder.
You know what I'd really like to see is Vader finding out that his son is on Tatooine, and then he's
Imagine
got,
that, yeah,
and then he lands on Tatooine, and then he has to hype himself up to start walking on the sand,
I'm back again.
and he's like, "Oh, fucking sand, man!"
Right,
and he's like,
sand.
you know, he sees his son over there, his son's shooting at rats. He's like, "Fucking,
Please, Nick
fucking,
Rifle.
fucking
Just
hell!"
like a space station.
There's so much sand in between me and that little shit.
Luke raising his kids. I used to blow up space stations like this in space back home.
You killed small animals, Luke.
I've killed 1 million people. Oh, that's one of the jokes they do in the Lego Star Wars thing is they go to like a Tatooine. They go to Mos Eisley. Mos Eisley is just covered in water. And they bump into these guys in the cantina. And he's like, oh, no. And he's like, he likes you. I like you too.
That's pretty funny.
But
It's like that niche shit.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Wait, so they're just like doing everything. It's like instead of sand, there's water.
It's literally like
flip the
it's,
galaxy on
it's a
its head.
mirror of the original universe.
Thanks,
So when
Wayne.
they go
That
to
makes
the,
sense.
the clone the clone place instead of like
It's
is
like-
Obi-Wan standing there in the rain talking to someone, but he's just getting pelted in the face with
It's
sand.
not a retelling of the movie.
No, it's like
Right.
after it's I can't remember what point it's after.
So it's
Like,
basically the
It's
opposite.
after it's after episode 9.
yeah.
So it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
Ray's written well.
Ray is a Sith.
Doubt. Is she actually?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
a
for
Sith.
fuck's sake.
should- they
Wait,
should
is
tell her.
what's her name voicing it? Was she busy?
No, it's just like generic English woman.
Okay.
So Daisy will be.
How dare you? She did a really
dirtier
good
the better.
performance in 12 minutes or whatever that game was.
13 minutes.
I was close.
You're close.
I was 1 minute
Okay,
off.
so
I like that game.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
I did finish it.
Oh, good boy.
I finished every part of it.
I don't get it.
Why are you being facetious?
Because the game's about incest.
Oh, really? Who fucks who?
Daisy Ridley fucks
Her
Professor
dad?
X.
Oh, hot.
So to get off this incest, let's talk about the incest in episode 6, was it?
Where
there was no incest in episode 6. That's where you learned there was incest. But the incest was 4 and 5. Thank you.
Thank you for correcting me on that.
6 is a retelling of the
Everyone hear it
incest.
first that Paul knows the exact point incest happens in all films.
No, just those two.
Oh, just those two. Okay. So can you tell me more about this robot?
I just
that
don't
feels
understand the point. Like they've
I
got,
don't
he looks like some sort of gonk droid, and
does,
they go
yeah.
to the robot torture facility because they're going to give 3PO and R2 their assignings in Jabba's palace. And the opening thing is just this little gonk droid screaming, being turned on its head, and then getting hit with like stove elements.
Yep.
And he's screaming and then emitting steam from his face. You're like,
But
why?
it's like, but it's not just like pain. It's like a sexual kind of like moan to it as well. It's like, and it's just like
I didn't see a sexual in it. I saw pain. I saw a dude get his
I want to
feet
more
burned.
know what the fuck the droid did to get
No,
fucking.
I thought exactly. What? Why? He's not doing
Now,
anything.
obviously, it's to display that the Hutts are not a nice.
Obviously,
group
it's a
of people.
storytelling technique. You immediately
Yeah.
get this place not good.
Because they've obviously gone to the effort of installing some sort of empathy and pain chip in
Has
the
to be.
robot in order to do it.
But it's so dumb.
Because
Unless the Hutts are
fucking
set-
R2D2 throws, falls over every other day, and you don't hear him screaming out in
You
pain.
do hear him
unless-
screaming.
Yeah, in pain though, or is that just a? That's just
like-
annoyance.
But like to jump off James's thing, do you reckon that Jabba is trying to set up like robots that can feel like
But I
pain
feel
and
like
pleasure?
I feel like we don't even have that tech in Star Wars. Like, at no point is there a droid that feels.
What about the assassin droid for Baby Yoda in Mandalorian?
Doesn't feel.
Yeah, it feels compassion for him.
It doesn't
Feels
feel
so-
pain.
so-
You can
feels like
code
father.
that.
That's
You can
not
just code
pain
that.
though.
True.
Because he gets his shit blown apart and he's just like, ow. No.
Because
never.
what else is happening in the because there's one getting ripped in half.
The old translator droids getting disintegrated,
Yeah.
which is not good. And then he matches the movement that 3PO makes. Very clever move. And then there's just like, I always thought, I don't know why, but it always looked like the main droid who's running the show down there. It looks like he's on like some kind of a massage table. Like he's kind of he's getting worked over a little bit.
The main droid that's in charge of the torture thing
Yeah.
always reminded me of
You're a feisty one.
that fucking
We've got a place for you on the
reminded me
master's
of
barge.
that disabled old professor in Nightmare on Elm Street. The one in the
Oh
wheelchair.
my god!
He makes a
Yeah.
wife with his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really think that's what happened in that scene was every single day of shooting, everyone else had 3 vetoes to stop George from doing George things. They've already used their 3 vetoes. That scene comes up.
Torture
and
robot,
George,
baby!
Yeah, George is like, torture robot. And then Kazdan or whatever his name is like, no. But George was like, if you use your vetoes, mate, torture droid.
Fun fact, also Warwick Davies.
Put him upside down.
Sorry,
Put him in a bin, put him upside down.
Was he the most characters?
No.
Wait, Warwick Davis?
No,
he
no,
was wicked.
friggin'
You mean Kenny?
Tamora Morrison was the most characters.
So
No.
you just reminded me. Does anyone want to come to Supernova with me in Brisbane?
No.
No.
No, I'm
The-
not allowed out of the state.
No, it's just because Adam Savage is going to be there.
Definitely
there.
not then.
Wait,
Anthony
when
Daniels,
When is it?
Isn't he dead?
September 25th.
That's
That's today.
That's when the tickets go up.
Oh, when is it?
It is 8th of November in Brisbane.
Oh, damn.
Because yeah, it's
Mate, you
literally
haven't gone
like
to the one in
James
Sydney.
Masters is going to
Yeah.
be there. Veronica Taylor,
I've done a
Luke
Supernova.
Arnold, Matthew Riley.
Matthew Riley, the director?
We have to watch that film at some
I would
point.
like to.
Apparently
Yeah,
it's
it's okay.
shit.
But yeah,
Oh.
it's just because I saw C3PO is going to be there.
I'd
I
be-
absolutely thought that guy was dead.
No.
The only other thing I have to do in November is on the 22nd to cancel my Adobe.
Wait, so you're actually no, never mind.
Okay, so
Yeah,
James.
it's just dumb. I think that goes. It's dumb. What's
It
the
is
point?
dumb.
It's silly.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense at all. But it's fine.
Like, why would you want to have in a universe where there are droids that you're sending into combat? Why would you want them to feel pain?
You don't want them to feel pain.
No.
That's like the
No,
main
it
thing.
doesn't make sense.
You can have them be like sentient, but don't make them feel pain.
So midichlorians, before episode 1,
Yeah.
everyone was living in the world where anyone could be a force wielder. Anyone could, pick up that lightsaber, and with a little bit of training, they could be conquering galaxies everywhere. No, it's just based on who your parents are and a bit of and genetics. It's really
like Harry
taken
Potter.
away the the real dog in you that you could have to be a to be a Jedi. But no, it's just like, who's your mummy? Oh, it's that bitch. Okay, cool. You're a Jedi then. And
Hang on.
it's
You picked a comlink.
no.
No, he picked the.
I picked it as a way to then talk about midichlorians.
There's
So midichlorians?
they have
Yes,
like a little
midichlorians.
women's razor thing that they
Yeah, it was a
pull
Gillette
out.
razor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't pick the...
As he used it to, he used the razor as a way to communicate and talk about midichlorians, which is what I'm talking about, which is midichlorians.
I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Which I think is like one of the worst things they did in the whole.
They
of
ditch it
Star Wars.
quickly.
I know, but why? But then the whole thing is they
but
call back to it.
It salted the land.
It
that
did
is
salt
Star
the land
Wars.
a little
Yeah,
bit,
so
yeah.
it takes away from the
Over
mysticism around the
90,000.
Force, and it's just like, oh yeah, no, it really depends on who you're birth and genetics and nothing else really.
What is
Cool.
What's
Sorry,
up,
I was
buddy?
looking up supernova stuff.
Yeah.
There's a group going called the Sons of Obi-Wan. It's just a bunch of guys who dress up as
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
I've met a few of them.
Ooh.
No, I was talking
Are
to
you a
them
son?
when we were...
Oh, right, yeah.
They're lovely people.
it? But no, like the midichlorians are
Yeah,
like
it's
the
Five
worst.
minutes.
just a bit
Lightsabers.
dumb. It's just a bit dumb. And yeah, he talked about it on Ladies Razor, and it's just a bit silly.
Because
Yeah,
was it
look, I
like
found this little
was it
prodigy.
like it's like a walkie-talkie, but it also has this tiny
Comlink.
razor in the bottom that
Yeah.
you can.
No. Okay, hang on. We need to start this. The model of the comlink was the Gillette razor with a couple of like greebles stuck on it. He took a blood sample from Anakin, and then he put the blood sample into a connecting slot
Fuck.
in the comlink to then transmit those results to Obi-Wan, so he could run a data analysis inside the Naboo ship. So, like, the razor is purely just a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
So you're
But
telling me
the-
that
But
midichlorian
did he or did he
module-
not use the razor application of the razor to cut the blood?
No.
So wait, they went to the entire effort of having a razor as this item, but they didn't use the razor part of the razor?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking dumb. Who
Ah,
let George?
gotcha.
Who let George do anything?
no, I like all the
Should've
kit bash
vetoed him.
shit. That's in
I
Star
love a
Wars.
kit bash.
But no, like the only thing that like it's so weird that like, oh hey, I've got a mobile phone that I can call you. By the way, I have this tiny little pen I can pull out and take your blood and get DNA tests on the
Do
fly.
you think they also looked at his insulin level
Probably.
and see if he's diabetic?
That's probably why he...
Oh, he's got a high midichlorian count. Also, he's a diabetic.
Should I get like if I get that attachment, should I like just go
He's
around
got a
and
high
test people?
midichlorian count and AIDS.
We don't want him on the
We
council.
don't want him. Like, you can't train him. Why not? He has AIDS, man.
Can't be a master.
He has presidential
He'll
AIDS.
never bleed if he gets cut us with a lightsaber.
Sorry, you can't be a master. You can't attend the orgy.
No, you can't put your hilt in me.
No Kyber for you.
Okay, so we've got the pain and pleasure bots. We've got the.
No pleasure. I never got pleasure from that
Oh,
song.
Well, you
I
can't- you
definitely got
can't.
pleasure.
You can't. Next time you go and watch
Why,
it, and
why did
listen
you
to
choose
it.
a BDSM bot?
I didn't pick the BDSM
No,
right.
just but literally next time
You're
you go and watch
projecting.
it, the moment you said it, or like listen
No,
to the bot.
you're not
moan.
taking this from me. Daddy.
I've been a bad little
So like
robot
how much
daddy.
do you reckon like
Shove of the slut.
if I got like my heating element on my kitchen stove and I stepped on it, how much trouble do you reckon I'd be in?
with your wife?
But
Probably
like no,
quite a
like
bit.
but no, like if I were to put like my feet on it, my bare ass feet on the
Oh,
heating
you
element.
get
in
You
trouble.
get a second degree burn at the very least.
You'd have a really bad time.
Wait, is second degree burns like the?
Hey,
Second layer of
hey,
skin.
you know how?
Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, fourth degrees to burn.
Fourth
It's
degree is
different. It's
bone.
different levels of skin.
I thought it was like the revert, like like the
It
terror
feels like a
level,
vibe.
No.
like where
Feeling
it's
like
like
a first degree.
it's like
Like
where-
golf
Yeah,
rules.
your feet will be at terrorism level green.
Defcon
Defcon 1 or 5.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
the chill
okay.
one
You know
is.
how Anakin had the bad day when
Yeah.
his feet got burned?
Anakin's no good, downright horrible, miserable day.
Diary of a wimpy bitch.
So that's what would happen with your feet. You'd also have a bad day.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah,
So you're telling me?
You have a bad
Yep.
day.
That's
you-
me.
So what you're telling me is if I step on the hot plates in my kitchen, I can become Anakin Skywalker.
No, you have to have killed your wife first.
And
So you
half
kill
the
your
galaxy.
Technically, she was still alive.
Yeah, she didn't really.
Yeah, but
She died later.
Okay,
She died from a broken heart.
Well, at that stage, he
Cringe.
had dealt the death blow to his wife.
No.
It doesn't matter. He
didn't
still
know.
killed his
I
wife.
still reckon Palpatine killed her.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Because
Nah.
they had her.
He absorbed her essence. So he was meant to die, but she died instead for no reason, and he lived. Kind of like when Leia dies in episode 9.
No, that's just because they had to write it that way.
That's
'Cause
right.
she died.
No,
No,
because
it's
like,
really good.
isn't
It's
like
really,
the whole
really well.
balance of the Force shit. So if one of them, like essentially, like
The
she
rule
was
of
the
two, there
light
can only be
side.
two prominent women.
No, it was like the light side of the Force was
He
her.
was a
He was the
virgin.
dark side.
The heavily theory was that when he force choked her to unconsciousness, he basically took her life force.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like Palpatine is like,
so it's like the opposite
shit,
of
that
force
bitch
healing.
ain't dead. I'm just gonna have to just reach
Okay.
across the
So
universe and
force
stop her
healing was
heart.
introduced earlier.
Force healing's always been a thing.
It's like haven't you seen the videos online where it's just like, oh, wait, we have force healing? Yeah, what? You haven't been using force healing?
Yeah.
F4 on your keyboard.
I like it. Yeah, Ray has force healing, heals a snake. Poe's been injured the whole time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Poor
bitch,
bastard.
fix me up.
Oh, my shooting arm. Oh, something we could do.
Yeah, but
I'm
Poe's a
gonna
little
fly with
bitch.
this arm.
Okay, let's unpack your goodness
Yeah.
of bad.
The BBEG of Star Wars kills himself from being blocked.
Every time.
Just like stop. Just stop.
do a different tactic.
Maybe try a different force power. She's fucking useless. Just like if he just force choked her, what? She gonna block that? No, clearly fucking not. 2 lightsabers, apparently enough to just stop the damage.
Plus also, and he's also fighting them on that weird like Assassin's Creed machine.
Yeah.
Which was terrible.
Well, the main thing is like, at what point do you think he just goes, oh, I'm overplaying this? Normally, why doesn't he just get one of the Star Destroyers to just fucking aim down a gun and just fucking doof, 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 doof?
No, he did it before. Just force push her back down the hole. Just keep doing it. Just keep going. We've
push
all
her
played
down
video
hole,
games.
collapse roof on hole.
We have all played video games. If you find a tactic that does damage and keeps them away from you, you spam
do
it.
it all the
You
time.
spam the
That's
fuck
The
out of it.
heavy bolter of Star Wars.
I feel like
Low kick.
You don't understand that Palpatine loves the long con. And he loves doing the long cons. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
He gets
and
like 99% of the way.
He's
You know
also
what?
got
And then bottles it.
he's got a kick of whimsy, and he loves his
Wasn't he
shenanigans.
He
like
definitely
doing
has a
that?
kick of whimsy.
You are absolutely correct, James. Palpatine does like the long con.
He does.
That is why I chose ending his 60 to 70 year plan by killing himself.
By
Yeah,
accident.
that's the long con. The long
Just
con.
stop shooting
No.
yourself.
Okay. See what he does.
Ow, that hurts.
Now,
Fuck.
Yeah,
Ow,
turn it
ow.
off.
Ooh,
Now,
ooh,
he does one thing very well,
Killing
and that
himself.
is Cobain POV, which is very, very good.
You know
at
what
it.
would have been cool is if he realized he's like, you know what, this is hurting me. I'm going to stop doing it. And he stops doing it, and then Ray's like, fucking, I can do that too, motherfucker. And then hits him with it too. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
Just like a time of like, she's a great Jedi.
Why don't you let the man go out on top?
Oh, Ray having
Why are you
force
so
fighting,
upset
by the
with
way.
it?
So wait,
you could have picked that.
So is no, well, Force Lightning's available to all Jedi. They just got to
it's
give
a Sith
themselves on it.
tactic.
Dooku had lightning before he
Yeah.
turned.
That's
But
why he turned.
Yeah.
it's just like because Palpatine, was he better with the Force or with the lightsabers? Force. So you think that because Dooku was the better with the
Sword.
lightsaber, and I saw a clip of him the other day
Palpatine-
with 2 lightsabers.
I
and
mean,
a
Palpatine
lightsaber.
cleared out.
Palpatine would only use lightsabers for disrespect
Yeah.
because he didn't like using them. So if he killed
When
you
he
with-
went on the rampage killing in Plagueis,
yeah,
was that lightsaber or was that just
I don't know.
pure murder?
As
I
Plagueis?
feel like it probably wasn't a lightsaber because there was a thing where it's
'Cause,
like screaming covered in blood.
Yeah.
The Plagueis thing was like the
book.
book.
Oh,
yeah.
Bloody awesome book. Really, really good.
I haven't read that. So
Decent
let's-
writing.
Fun as material you could use to make a fucking
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, but I could.
That's all not canon
There's
now.
just
That's
so much stuff that they could have just taken 10% of how it was written, and it would make everything so. But it just I can't keep coming back to writing. That's why I struggled to
That's
go.
the problem. You've got to. There's a fine line. I think the reason I'm writing this line is because he did like. in canon,
Yeah.
he did have this overarching plan, which means that he planned to die from Darth Vader.
Yeah.
In canon, he planned it. And then he was resurrected into a clone. So he planned all of that. And then at the very end of his plan, he was undone because he didn't stop using the Force.
Because even like the first time he used
so dumb.
the lightning on Mace Windu, he did it so that it
did
looked
it on
like
purpose.
so the Jedi looked like the Jedi
Yeah.
tried to assassinate him.
See,
Yeah.
that's different because he did that on purpose to make him look
Been
like he's all
left
fucked.
scarred.
Which is
And the second time he was like, "Oh, okay, the bill for this Death Star 2 is coming out. my accounts are running on thin. I better just
Buckle
fucking
up, boys.
kyber crystals. How much?
That's how Siths declare bankruptcy.
they get their
Another
they
two.
get,
Oh no! What
they get their
happened?
apprentice to
dead.
fucking off them. And they just wake up in an Argentinian beach like a few weeks later.
No, Spanish beach with
Spanish.
6 beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Mallorca.
And a soapy asshole.
Why would you use soap?
You ask him why you had soap.
Why did you use
It's
soap?
readily available. I don't know. I was
Yeah,
asleep.
but it stinks.
I was asleep.
Did you not? Oh, you don't get it.
No, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I only
What does
gi-
soap look like?
I only give it.
Haven't you seen Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah.
It's like the hand soap.
McTavish?
Like,
Okay.
Okay. Go to the bathroom, squeeze some soap in your hand,
Yep.
and really think
He
about
has the
what that
foaming
would-
stuff.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I've got the
But, like,
foaming stuff.
Rabies,
But-
rabies come.
like if you
Not doing
squirt it
that.
out and it comes out any color but white, like say just like a tinge of yellow, or like
Oh, I'm sick.
like
phlegm?
it's got like an off warm white
Yeah.
kind of look to
The,
it.
the joke of I woke up naked and there was soap on my butt is very much not realizing what has occurred.
Bit of cum.
Thank you, Dasco.
Wait, why? What? Are you sure everyone is cleaning their butt?
Dasco, tell us about yours.
Okay, going from the
Not your
off-white
butthole, tell us about your
substance,
Star Wars
off-white
thing.
substance
What
that
colour
comes
is it?
from man, I'm gonna switch over to a blue-like substance.
Now, before you do it, did you know that you can actually get blue milk?
yeah, isn't it
cows
like
can make blue milk.
like a protein deficiency?
It's like antibiotics.
Ah.
Yeah, if certain antibiotics
Chemicals, baby.
Well, I know that like,
yeah, my mother was telling
I
me
know
a
that
story.
women can produce orange juice.
Yeah, they are severely diabetic. They are severely diabetic. They need so much insulin.
I'm a farmer girl.
You want when a woman is breastfeeding, there's the colostrum stuff, and if it literally comes out. It comes out looking like orange juice to start off with, and then it starts to bleed into the milk, and it makes it so it's like comes out like a little bit diluted.
No.
It's like when you put like Nesquik.
Just put it aggressively at
No,
Paul.
no. So I want to ask
You
everyone at
would
this
know
table.
Nesquik.
I had, this is the story that I had about my wife that I was
Okay,
talking
here
about
we
during Fortnite. How do you feel about this?
Okay.
I was sitting down. Shelley walks into the lounge room with a coffee mug.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can see the steam coming off it. So my brain's like, oh, hot beverage. And then like, you know when someone has a cup of coffee and you can
Yeah.
smell the coffee in the air?
Yeah.
I couldn't smell like coffee. I'm like, oh, maybe she's having tea. I'm like, oh, if she had a cup of tea, I'd love a cup of tea. I'm like, oh, what did you make there? And she's like, oh, I just made a hot Nesquik. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, we don't have any chocolate Nesquik. And she goes, oh yeah, it's just a hot strawberry Nesquik. And I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
That's illegal.
Yeah. Straight to hell.
I hope that you can.
That's fucking illegal. You can't do that.
That's not good.
I hope you can divorce her easily because that's grounds.
see,
That's
warm
fucking
banana
grounds.
Nesquik.
see, the
See, this is what
moment.
happened. You invite them over from their area. They come to the mainland and they bring all their weird shit with them.
See, this is the reaction I had to it, and then she's like, "No, this is there's nothing wrong with that."
It's like putting milk in a soda stream.
You know what? That's why Harry Schnitzel isn't over there because he thinks that's abhorrent and he doesn't want to associate.
what they do to strawberry Nesquik.
Helmet and a hot strawberry Nesquik.
a ripping hot cup of strawberry Nesquik.
not touching my schnitzels, you fucks.
Now, I hope you said something to her.
I did. I literally I opened up my phone and I started typing it in my phone. I'm like, question to ask, like on the podcast, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna have to bring this up with the council." And she goes,
Yeah.
"What, the council of pods?" Because that's fucked. And she goes, "What?" And I'm like, "It's just
do
as
that.
bad as avocado on a pizza, sweetie."
Yeah.
Just the thought of drinking
Yeah.
red hot strawberry
Yeah.
Nesquik.
upsetting. I don't
Agreed,
like
she's
that.
fucked. Like,
That is
seriously.
If you drink strawberry Nesquik and it's hot, I feel like that's when you tip it down the fucking sink because it's been out for that
Yeah, it's
long.
gone bad. I can just imagine it just like separating or something.
Yeah.
That sounds
Like
horrific.
curdling.
There's a curd in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
like
terrible.
when you get like normal Nesquik and there's that like the ring of like the leftover undiluted stuff at the bottom and like you'd be pouring it, it'd come out like that fucking ooze from Ghostbusters. Like,
Now, is she also the kind of
Slime.
degenerate that would make it with water?
no. She had
Yeah,
milk.
fucking some weird people do that.
Yeah, my father makes Milo with water. He and I had talks. Yeah, yeah. It's just like he's just half a teaspoon of Milo
there
into
any-
some hot water.
See, I'll put like Milo, some flour. Like this is before I got my allergy. Milo, flour, and egg, some milk.
Oh, he's making
make a
mug,
muffin.
mug things. Yeah.
Oh, and then you use like all the different Nesquiks, like banana,
All the different
chocolate.
Nesquiks.
Yeah, all
How
that
many
good shit.
different are there? There's 3. Banana, chocolate,
banana,
and
chocolate. There
strawberry.
was a blue one for a little bit of a
Probably
period.
blueberry.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it was sherbet actually. It wasn't
that's
blueberry.
that's
I
actually
can't
worse.
get that warm strawberry nest.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's a crime.
Yeah,
That's
my
a war.
That's
toes.
the worst thing in Star Wars.
Well, no, wasn't there the green one in the fucking new ones? Like he walks up to the thing with the 4 tits
Nah, it's
and
blue
fucking.
milk.
that was blue milk.
That's blue.
No,
You've still got that one. You own it. It's blue milk.
How would you know, Paul? You're colorblind.
Yeah, but I can see blue.
I
It
thought
is,
it was
it's blue.
green in the next one, in
it's
the
not.
last one.
It's just the grade.
I
It's
have to watch
okay.
'em.
Look. You get that?
But no,
That's
but
yours.
like it's just
It's
like
actually orange juice, though. That's just the color
look
of
it up. Look
orange.
it up afterwards. Look up
'cause
colostrum,
of the front-
and you'll
front
see it. It
end.
looks like
Just
orange
because
juice.
you squeeze orange juice on your wife's test does not mean she's making
she
orange
was,
juice.
She was pumping, and then all of a sudden there's this fucking orange juice in the bottom. I was like, "Fuck, that looks like orange juice," and then I had to look it
Now,
up.
Did you try it?
I've
Did
seen
it taste like
colostrum.
orange
It is
juice?
sunny day.
It was very bitter.
Like a
It was
bad
Sunny
orange
D,
juice?
unwatered down Sunny D, as some would say.
Oh, so you got the concentrate.
Yeah, concentrate. I
You
was
got
just
hit with the
drinking that.
concentrate, right?
But no, like, and then I tried to get it for myself, and only a little bit of milk came out of my tit.
I just squeezed it out with a vice.
No, like it was just like I was just like sitting there. It was like my son was there, and then he was looking at me, and then I just started lactating a little bit.
There was a guy that we went to high school.
Yeah.
Paul and I. And he wanted to get big, like
He was
like,
bulking hard.
like bodybuilder big.
He was drinking, what, 4 litres of milk
And he
a
was
day?
drinking about 4 liters of milk a day to the
Jesus
extent where he
Christ.
started lactating.
Yep.
Wait, does that do that?
Apparently so, because he was
He
lactating.
did it for him.
I thought it was like when you take like you have estrogen.
Oh, you can't like.
He was probably on stuff.
Yeah, look.
But he
probably
could
was.
lactate. And no bullshit, like, he's like, he could lactate. He showed us.
Like legitimately.
I remember it. It's my Vietnam.
Yeah, like legitimately, there were days in the afternoon where he'd have little like rings
Little-
around
yeah.
his on
Fucking
his shirt
hell.
where
That's
he was leaking
wild.
through. Yeah, and he squirted it in people's mouths, and someone
Did he
threw
ever
up.
Did he ever like buy those nipple caps that stop the leaking?
Oh, I think he was actually pretty proud of it. If I'm honest,
That's
it,
fucking nice.
it wasn't. It
That's
wasn't
not
a
good.
shame for him.
That's
he,
not
was, he was not ashamed of.
No,
this.
but like, so if we were sitting here right now and Paul started fucking lactating, I'm pretty
It's
sure,
so hard.
like, this Aldi dining table would snap from the sheer veracity of my boner being.
now,
There's already a hole for that.
provided Paul was okay with it, I'd be able to drink that.
Oh,
No consent.
I would say.
Well, there we go. I can't drink it then.
Until you've tried
I don't know
breast
why I'm
milk.
pointing at you like this is a great idea, Paul. When you lactate, what you should do?
Hey, buddy.
No. What you do is when you lactate, let him drink it and consent. But the second it touches his lips, say, "Hey, I'm not happy with you doing that." And then,
Oh,
boom, you're no
shit.
longer vegan.
Oh my god, I have to go
Got
to
him.
jail.
And then, he's
No,
gonna
but
go-
he doesn't have
and
to
then
like
he can
it.
eat the rest. Then he can
No.
eat the rest of the.
No, but then he doesn't have to do it. He has to just do it with a bit of Lebanon. Just as he's about to do it, he's just like, I consent to this, I consent to this. I don't consent. Just bang, shotgun blast.
Fuck is Lebanon?
Like,
Isn't it a
it's
country?
Like, that's Lebanon.
No, it is currently.
They're getting hammered.
Oh, fucking! I saw that fucking video and it looked like a nuke
It
drop.
looked like a
Fucking middle of the night, and then all of a sudden the sun fucking
Yeah.
rises.
It was like
and
that
you see a
scene
mushroom
in
cloud.
Malcolm in the Middle when they're setting fireworks off in the desert.
Oh, right, yeah.
But no, so the blue milk, like, just
Weird.
why have just this weird viscous liquid that you could first see? It's like milk with that's just got blue food coloring in it. It's like blue milk. Everyone's fucking drinking it in the tavern, the cantina, or whatever the fuck they call
Yeah.
it, fucking Spanish version of fucking the shit in space. And then you see them all drinking it. So is it an alcoholic beverage? Is it is it a fermented mead of some kind from the tits
You
of a
can
beast?
technically make an alcohol out of milk.
I thought it was
A
like
part of me thinks because like you see it first on Luke's farm, right? On Owen's farm in
Yeah.
yeah, he
number
has it
4.
on the
They're moisture farmers. So I'm wondering, is it like a weird?
Like they have like a creature there and they're slowly milking the
Well,
moisture
no,
out
like
of
they're
it.
moist. They're mining like moist. They're not mining creatures.
They're mining
but
moist.
Yeah, is that like
That's what I
water?
do on my
Is
weekends.
there?
Is like because they literally have the condensers, so they're
Yeah.
trying to take all the water out of the atmosphere.
Atmosphere and out of
and
the ground.
Yeah. But then they're like, they're
There's
not,
gotta
they're
be
not very rich because he doesn't have any legs, yet every fucking person that is of wealth has
Oh my
fucking
god!
legs.
I wonder if it's that friggin' camel thing. You know the camel thing they walk around on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah,
That's
just
that.
milk the
What's
camel.
milking that thing?
Imagine how
What do
fucking
they call
how
that?
bad you'd feel for Obi-Wan Kenobi's fucking one that's just been there. He's been in the desert. I'm just gonna watch this child while I stroke my milk out of my little calf.
This is my wife.
No, but like, it's just like I understand if they were
Mandalorian.
trying to make it so that it's a like so all audiences were not just going to have people sitting in a bar drinking fucking like booze the whole entire time. They're drinking this beverage that looks like milk. Oh, it's like when they didn't want to have people like shooting champagne on each other in like kids races, so they give them a bottle of fucking milk and they shoot the milk all over the place.
So are you suggesting that Big Dairy kind of just like had a chat with George?
Blue.
I just think it was like they wanted to like get it. So
Some big wig from Wisconsin's like, "Hey George, I'll give you 20 grand if you put some milk in it." And
Yeah,
George
the
was like,
dairy
"Ah,
farmers
fuck
of the
you,
wheat
I'm gonna
belt."
make it blue."
BP milk.
100% in the 70s they would have put out a blue milk. Although they would have swung for it. At
Oh,
least.
100%.
Star Wars blue milk.
Boom.
Don't worry about it. It's good.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
have it
just-
hot, you weirdo.
No, that's when they bring out the pink milk that you can have hot because that's normal.
That's upsetting. That's such an upsetting story. I really don't like that. I know we just talked about. Okay, no, never mind.
Oh, the worst
you
thing
got a
is
fun
we haven't
story
even got
for
to
the
Liam's
podcast?
story yet.
Yeah, I can do my story.
Well, what we'll do,
Oh,
so we've just got to the end of mine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a nice little intermission of stories through the week.
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
That was weird. Oh. Hi, boys and girls.
So, Liam, can
Hi.
you please lay this story on us that we've been
Wait,
waiting
hold
a
on. What's
fortnight for?
happening?
So
Is this podcast worthy?
this is.
Is there going to be anyone that will be listening to this that might get you in trouble if you say this? Okay, good.
The
No,
trouble's
we
already
listen to
happened.
this.
It's fine.
Oh no, what did you do?
Okay, so let me start off by saying apparently I learnt that I'm a criminal.
There's the apparently thing we recorded the last episode.
When have I had time to
Allegedly.
put it on the deck?
Allegedly. So apparently I'm a criminal. I've broken the law. Not only have I broken the law, I've broken it for a long, long time.
Taylor.
And I found out a couple weeks ago.
Cousin.
I was going to say
So
sister.
I told you all. I found out that my car was unregistered.
Right.
Yes.
So they sent the registration papers to my old address. I changed my old address 7 years ago when I moved out. I have received rego papers after that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But weirdly, it's for some reason gone back. Don't know why. Don't know how that happened. That's all good. I was stressing out, went to work and tried to call up Services New South Wales to register my car, go through all that because I couldn't register online for some reason. In the back of my mind was like, I'm going to have to get a fucking pink slip. It's going to happen. Called them up and they're like, yep, you need to get a pink slip. You need to get a green slip. That's what you need to do. Cool. No worries. Taylor got the car pink slip. I paid for the green slip. All sorted. Still couldn't pay online. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it hasn't processed. I'll try again tomorrow.
Yep, fair.
The next day, called up Services again. And they said, oh, you actually can't pay because there's an outstanding fine on your license. I was like, oh, that's cool. How? When? Where? Turns out they sent the fine to the old address.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So, after talking to the fines department and finding out a lot of information that I didn't know, I got a fine in November
Last year?
last year.
Oh,
So it turns out if you don't pay a fine in 6 months, they suspend your license.
Correct.
So I had been
what?
driving an unregistered vehicle with a suspended license
Oh shit!
since May.
I'm surprised you did not get
I am surprised too. And there's more source to this story.
When did you discover this?
A couple weeks ago.
It's September.
Yep.
Oh my god.
You went full wog style.
No, different. He didn't know.
I didn't know either. I played the fifth on that one.
So, when I realized this, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Weirdly, when I get in intense situations like this, I just laugh it off and it's done. A lot of people at work were asking me if I was going to try and sue services, to which I was like, no. It's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Also, we don't live in America. You can't just sue cunts.
Yeah.
Oh, technically,
That one you could probably have.
What would,
probably
it,
get
what would it be?
Yes,
Liam
look,
versus the
no,
government?
If
the
something
thing
bad
is,
had
though,
happened.
No,
That's where I was.
Yeah.
If I got pulled over, if I got sent to jail for driving an unregistered vehicle with
Well,
no
it's-
license,
The
then I would then
the
push
problem
that.
was it would be it's your responsibility to know.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
but
exactly what it
the
would be.
problem
It's
is
your
though is that
responsibility to know.
if you get your license suspended, wouldn't they go, hey, send like a text message? 'Cause
That was
I
my
get-
issue.
My phone number is registered to my cards and things. So
That was
at
my
any
issue.
point, it's like, why don't you go, hey, like,
So, yeah, for literally almost a year, they didn't try any other forms of communication to notify me of anything.
That's insane.
Which is wild because I know for a fact the address they sent it to would have bounced. So it would have gone back to them.
yeah.
yes,
So yeah, that was my week.
Oh, because you burned down that house when you left.
you're a
No.
fucking criminal.
What a felon.
Yeah, I'm a bad Millie.
Fucking,
That's
you take
crazy.
backstreet
But it
bananas.
gets worse.
Oh.
So for my job, I have to drive a work car to Services New South Wales once a week to meet people there and pay for their stuff. So if I got pulled over in the work car unlicensed, I probably would lose my job.
That's when you sue.
That's when
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're the kind of guy that commits a crime and then goes to the scene of the crime once a
Apparently.
week to gloat.
Which is so insane though, because I watch a lot of RBT, and I feel like they've got the system to ping an unregistered
So
car.
no. So
I don't think they
also
have that.
looks
No,
like
no.
the kind of person
So-
that would be breaking the law.
I do.
So they do have a system that will ping a car if it is unregistered, but it's the 21 days after the registration date.
Right.
So because
Who's
technically,
so far out of it.
yeah. So
wild.
that's when you have to go and get the blue slip.
Blue slip, yeah.
Blue slips, yeah.
So essentially, you could be going to the mechanic to get it.
Yeah.
That kind
So
of thing.
that's fortunate because I was just under the date
Yeah.
for a blue slip. So I was like maybe 8 days off.
That would suck.
Because the thing is, like, if you're
Oh, yeah, blue slip slug.
if you're like you have been booked for drink driving,
Yeah,
like
right.
driving under the influence, anything like that, they'll ping your car and they'll go, okay, owner of this car has been done for this. Like, essentially, they'll just follow you like a hawk, and if at any point you do something wrong, they'll pull you over. Same for speeding, all that kind of stuff, running stop signs.
What else have you done?
I've only lost my license once, okay?
Okay,
same.
most people don't
How fast?
lose it.
I lost, no, it wasn't fast. I've never been caught for speeding.
Neither have I.
I really I have many times.
I've only been done by a camera, not in person.
Paul and I drive performance vehicles, and I haven't.
yeah, right.
I got off mine pretty easily.
I
So
killed a judge.
No, it was a friend.
I was
Yeah.
driving from up the highway.
Yep.
I was doing probably about 135 in the 110
wow. Oh, yeah.
because I was turtle heading pretty bad to the point where you fart and you can
Yeah,
it
I've
smells
played that
rank.
game before,
So,
yeah.
but I wasn't trying to get home. I was just trying to get to the next turn off so I could go to a rest stop
Yep.
or
bush.
Anything.
a fuel station.
Literally anything.
Cop pulls me over and he goes, "Oh, do you realise how fast you were going?" And then all of a sudden I said, "Oh, no." And he goes, "Why? What's happened?" It's like, I'm literally going to a mechanic because my speedometer's not working." And he goes, "What do you mean?" It's like, "I don't know what it is. My cigarette lighter blew, and for some reason my dash isn't working, so I was just keeping with the traffic." And he goes, "I don't think that's true." And then he goes, "So he put a defect notice on my car."
Oh no!
And all of a sudden he goes, "Well, do this kind of thing." So what happened was I went to Charlie, my mechanic,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
all
you
I
big
did
guy.
was got a screwdriver and just popped every single one of the fuses that's for the
Ah,
dashboard.
Cheeky fucker.
And then essentially got him saying, "Hey, can you just fix this for me? Because I'm going to have to go to court for this speeding fine." And then walked in there and said, "Here's the mechanic's notes." And he said that essentially like the main component fuse for my dash had blown. So I had no heads up, like essentially
right.
no thing on there. And then sure enough, the judge was just like, "Oh, did you actually know how fast you were going?" It's like, no, I was keeping up with all the traffic around me. He pulled me over and I thought I was just going the normal speed limit. And he goes, "Oh, okay, well, it says here you were doing 135 and 110. And I was like, "Oh shit, I would have lost my license if I would donate because I was on my green peas at the time.
Yeah.
Oof.
So yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've ripped past a cop doing 130.
Yeah,
It was.
like
It was. He
The
just,
Tokyo.
he just didn't have me. No. He just wasn't on me.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I also was on like the furthest left lane on a 3-lane highway, and just to be fair, I was undercutting.
Why did you roll the dice?
I didn't see him. Oh, dude, I used to work in Gosford every day. I'd drive 130 every day.
Yeah.
That's why I got Waze. Waze has saved me thousands of dollars.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so my story, and this one is very juicy.
Okay.
And the other thing is
Why
though
are we doing a
is
story? What's happened?
because
We missed a
we
week.
missed a week. So
I was primed ready for the Wednesday last week, and then we didn't do it. And then I've been sitting on this while we play fucking Fortnite.
Because we like to talk. We don't can't hang out anymore.
on Saturday, what was the date? On this, so it was the 21st of September.
Yeah, okay.
Never forget.
All right. Is it the 5th of November?
I don't know. One of them.
Never.
I don't
No,
know.
it's the 11th of November.
Okay, the garlic
11-9.
treason with a knot. But
11-9.
no,
No, it's when
so
forget.
Guy Fawkes.
I
tried to
was
blow up.
working at an event. I'm not going to say what kind of event it was because just in case,
Sex party.
because one of the people that I
Herogasm.
work with, essentially. Possibly listens to this. He hasn't mentioned
Okay.
it in a while that he hasn't listened to
Well,
it.
good thing
so
you
that's why I
preface it at home.
Hey, kitty.
So,
Steve.
he knows of this. This is happening.
Michael.
I'm not mentioning any names in this situation.
Michael.
Essentially, I showed up for this event.
Okay.
And noticed that the first song that would be played at the event when the special guests arrived was September, which is, do you remember
Yep.
the 21st night
Earth,
of
Wind and Fire.
September?
Was it a wedding?
No, it was an event to celebrate
Wait,
an
as in
all-basis
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yes,
Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and
Okay,
Fire. So I'm like, oh, cool. They've like lined up their wedding and everything.
Okay.
Like, wedding, fuck. They lined up their wedding.
Two sentences.
Got him.
Sorry. But essentially, what I found out was that the couple met on the 21st of September.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And all this other kinds of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is kind of like thing like that. And then all of a sudden I was talking to the bride and groom and said, oh, it's very lucky that you got the booking tonight. Like this place is always booked out years in advance. And she's like, oh, I only booked this 3 months ago. And I'm like, okay.
She
So
broke a
you're
couple up.
lucky you got, but this place is booked out years in advance. And she's like, oh yeah, the couple that was here originally, they were friends of the family, and they conveniently gave up their night, and we took over it. And I'm like,
They're body blocking bookings.
what do you mean they can? So during the Buck show, my husband was at the Buck show, and essentially some things came to light, and essentially the wedding got called off. And so all we did was that, hey, we want to get married that day. Would it be okay if we just like invite our friends? We'll change the location and all that kind of stuff.
Holy
We'll
crap.
take this place. And so most of the guests that were going to their wedding were also going to their wedding. And so the woman whose wedding it was meant to be was just sitting there in a black dress, just seething the
why
whole
would you
entire time.
go?
Because she snaked her wedding.
And all of a sudden, I walked over and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, like to hear that the wedding
no.
got cancelled off. Because she's the one who booked us. So I was like, she asked for me by name. So I was like, I'm so sorry. Like men can be real pricks sometimes. Like I'm really sorry that this has happened to you. And she was like 3 shades to the wind. And she goes, yeah, someone sent me a video of everything that was happening at the Buck show, and it just like I couldn't look at him anymore. And I was just like, oh,
It's a fucking coup.
okay.
But also, who's the dog who's pulling a phone
Who's the
out during
rat?
it? Yeah.
It's a fucking
Oh,
husband.
it's obviously
It's
his
the
husband.
husband.
Yeah.
Who was at the Buck show?
Oh, buddy, how did you
sorry.
not
It's
connect
almost
that?
And I'm just...
I bet any money, snake in the grass, that husband was egging the other guy on, trying to fucking get
Oh
him.
yeah, do this
And
fucking
like-
line. Oh yeah, that stripper. She looks
Do this
mighty
line.
hot.
Okay,
And
just
take
stick your
your
finger
dick
So
out.
I was like,
One
I
digit.
need to get some more of this tea to
Yeah.
find out, like,
Van.
because Liam loves the tea.
I
When we're
fucking
playing
love it.
Fortnite, and we
We
just like
all
have a
love
nice,
the tea.
nice little iced tea if it's not being poured down the sink.
Give me that ice quick.
But no. So I spent the rest of the night because I was emceeing this event, and I was walking around like talking to people.
What a
like,
good job.
And but this is where it gets even better. So essentially, what happened was he had a stripper at the Buck show, and someone thought it'd be a great idea to duct tape him to the chair.
Oh no.
And then proceeded to pay extra for some extra illicit activities done by the stripper that are illegal in this country, unless you're in Canada. Oh, not Canada, Canberra. It's completely legal in Canberra, but everywhere
Of course,
else.
politicians.
Smoke weed off his dick?
coke out of his dick.
Snort weed in a needle being injected. No, not that. But no.
Come here,
essentially,
bachelor boy.
some explicit acts.
Yeah.
Flume would have abided in some of them, but essentially, nearly went the full home run with this lady of the night. But then proceeded to someone say, "Hey, we're going to give you some drugs for the night," but fed him, instead of giving him Wicked Fizz, gave him a breakfast cereal that starts with Special K.
Yep.
Oh, no.
And he went a little bit overboard with some things while he was on said drug and ended up trying to have an orgy
Oh my
At
god.
a Bucks party?
It's pretty basic.
in the RSL club. But like every time I spoke to a new person, it was like a different perspective.
Yeah, right.
All this other kinds of shit. Like he spent like $2,500 on the pokies.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
But no, like there's so much more I'll tell you after the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does not sound.
Allegedly.
Like a podcast.
Allegedly did. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Next week.
Okay. Yes. But no, imagine all of that happening to you, and then your family friend, so imagine like your cousin goes, "Hey, I know you've lost this, but instead of like losing all this money, we can pay you.
Can I take them?
Can I take your day?" And everything like that. And I was just like, these two are fucking serial killers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Paul.
Steve's there too.
Yeah.
We're going to open up the voting.
Okay.
Who do you think the worst...
What did I pick again?
The worst thing...
Yeah, what did you pick?
I picked the droid.
stove.
With the
sex
pain-
droid.
The BDSM
Not a
droid.
sex droid.
It is
Sex
a sex
droid,
droid.
blue
No.
milk, Occam's razor,
Pappy killing himself.
Pappuccino.
Yeah, it's rough.
But was it the Razor or was it just midichlorians?
It's midichlorians.
I'm picking midichlorians.
Midichlorians, yeah.
Okay.
What?
Clone Trooper number 3.
I can't abide by milk. I'm choosing
blue
milk. Can't abide by it.
I'm shocked.
Who are you
Jude
shocked
Law.
about?
Who are you picking?
I'm picking the Hurdy robot.
The sex robot?
He's not a sex robot.
He is a sex robot.
It's not a sex
He's
dungeon.
moaning.
They disintegrated a guy.
See, the
Yeah,
thing is,
and
though,
that turned him on.
I wish that the Bluetooth was engaged on the Rodecaster because I really want to look up the video. And next time you watch it, it's like
No.
then you just hear.
Oh, maybe it was.
sex
Maybe it was
robot.
sex.
In this week's poll, was it a sex robot?
Yes
the
or
only
no?
answer is yes.
It was just
intense BDSM for
yes or
droids.
yes. There's the two options.
Yes or-
but the D stands for droid.
But I am going to. You had me from the get go, Paul.
Yeah,
I'm going to pick the sex robot.
Gracias.
So you win the selection on that.
Yay.
Okay, so we're going to open up the voting for who you think the saboteur is. Liam.
Saboteur.
Why me? James.
How dare you?
I don't know.
How dare you? How
It was a
dare
fun
you?
combo. Like lots of
This happens all the time.
red hot
I got
Nesquik.
excited.
I got
And then all of a
excited too.
sudden,
When we
stopped talking about stuff.
Yeah, when we poured into stories, I got too invested in my own story. I got way too invested in the tea.
Yeah, the tea
Yeah.
is very good.
I reckon we should just do an
Now-
episode
now-
best tea.
Do a tea?
Technically, does your vote count because you're a felon?
Yeah, my citizenship got revoked.
Where are we going to deport you to?
Fucking Guam.
Tasmania.
Let's send it to Nauru.
That's it. WA.
WA. That's where all the felons
Yeah,
go. These
sure.
days.
Harry Schnitzel.
Yeah, but they have strawberry Nesquik over
They
there.
got
my
trees
milk
too.
hot?
They got trees too.
No, they don't.
They have a lot of red earth.
There's a lot of
Sand.
It's
Yeah.
Tatooine.
Sadness.
It's literally Tatooine.
It's Tatooine.
beautiful oceans.
Do they also shoot rats from their T-180, whatever?
Yeah, kangaroos are rats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can shoot a rat with your hick rifle.
So, James, who are you picking?
So I'm torn between Paul, who again referenced another podcast.
I think it's
That's
just
all,
Paul.
that's all I do.
I know, just get a new thing. Or Dasko, who started talking about Trinity. And
The only reason
and the
why is
Matrix.
because, I wanted to talk about her because she was the one thing that I was really depressed about that I didn't utilize her in the show. Because she's good stunt, she's very good with stunt coordination and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit sad that they didn't use her. Besides her flicking two things, and then she's just like, "Save the bartender," and then she's just
Kill
whack
myself.
whack. And how can't
But
she?
look,
Force hold
Dasko.
two things.
everyone knows the Jedi can only focus the Force on one thing at a time.
Yeah, it's literally their only power.
It's not like 4 episodes later you
The
saw
rule
a
of one.
fucking dude with the Jedi fucking blow 6 of them back at once.
Hey, do you want to go even further? It's not like that she was the driving course between killing all the witches because of the greater good.
She killed a lot of witches.
But that bartender, though, we've got to make sure that guy's all right.
Backwater world.
But just because he had his kid there, that was the whole reason why he said
I don't know why she didn't just yell out, "Hey,
Duck.
duck, go away! Why are you still
Hey,
here?"
just don't do that, bro.
She goes, duck, and he goes, where? On this planet? In this season?
Drop. Huh?
So, one for James,
James.
one for me.
Yep.
Paul, who are you picking?
I am going to go for you.
Yeah?
It's you did something and it locked me onto
You did a
you.
thing.
It's this one thing. I was like, I forgot what it was, but there was something you did. And I didn't
You know
like
how
it.
you've got that little notebook and your pen? Maybe you should write shit down.
I'll stay in the moment.
Stay in the moment.
Wait, do you say it in the moment?
I've got to stay in the present. Who is voting now?
Me.
Oh.
And I'm going to vote for James. I think he's gone double again. That's the funny thing is like James always goes back to back a lot of the time.
He back-to-backs a lot.
I do
Backs to
back to
backs.
back.
He does like them on their back.
He's the beast with 2 backs.
2 backs.
Yes.
Two back, two
That sounds
furious.
hot.
That's sex. Yeah.
So is that 2 for Dasko, 2 for James?
2 for Dasko, 2 for James.
Oh,
It's
very
true.
smooth move if it's Dasko. Where's my card? Found it.
Oh.
Where did you hide your card, you absolute moron?
Where indeed?
What are you doing?
I didn't put the thing in it.
Dasko's lost his
So how-
card.
People at home. Oh, his card dropped out.
That was very
Um,
unceremonious.
And James, you caught me on one of them. Talk about Matrix 2.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Nice, very nice.
The other one was mirror the standpoint of anyone who is talking for the duration of the podcast. So that's why I chose Blue Milk, is because the whole entire time, whenever you guys were talking, I was just like, yeah, that's a good point. Like maybe like this going on every single one. Even
I feel like you just
but
do
the-
that though.
You're being friendly.
I
thought
am
you was
friendly.
into it.
But I went one step
upsetting.
further and did it on every single thing you were talking about.
good.
And then the other one was try and get medical advice from another host. And there was the one about me standing on top of the hot plate, like how bad would it be? And then asking about
That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
you
Dasko's bad day.
yes,
Yeah, I did say don't do that.
yeah. don't do
That is medical
I don't think
advice.
that's, I don't
No,
know
but
if
no,
that is medical
the
advice.
My medical advice is don't.
The
stand on
medical
hot
advice was so what? Like I asked, so that'd be like stage 2, and then he's like,
Oh, I gave
and
it
then you were
advice.
giving me
You
advice.
fucking idiot.
I voted for him. He's
so-
the idiot.
Hey. So
Fair enough.
It looks like it's
Be nice to him. He's going to jail tomorrow.
apparently. So Paul won the episode on his choice, which was the Orgasm Bot 3000.
It is a sex bot.
For those of you listening, pull up YouTube, look up the Orgasm Bot, listen to the scream, and you'll hear it yourself.
Not a cum bot.
That motherfucker moaning for Jabba the Hutt because Jabba the Hutt can't get up from his chair, so he just wants to hear something squeal in
I
pain.
think that's a tail.
Yeah. And it looks like it was a draw on the selections of the trainer, as usual. Thank you, as always, for listening. I know you had to bear through that one and a lot of tea, and I'm being turned out by Oscar Music over here. We are on all of your socials.
Do
We
it
are
louder.
also on
Louder.
Patreon.
Hell yeah.
We've actually got some backers coming in, so we might be able to finally replace these coasters that are
Have
covering
we
the
put
sex
those videos
holes.
up yet?
Nah.
No. Also,
That's what we had to do.
Put up the episodes.
What's
The
wrong with
test ones.
The
you
first
don't.
2 ones that we didn't actually release.
Yeah,
and that was a Star Wars one too.
was a Star Wars
one. What do I do with
Oh,
them?
convenient.
You edit them and I put them.
They're
on
already
the
done.
Oh, give me.
Give
Did
me.
you tell anyone?
I've sent them to you guys.
Did you tell us that you did it?
Do I have to do
It's in-
anything new to
No,
them?
it's literally in the bottom of the
just
drive.
posting them.
Just
Yeah, they're there.
anyways. This is
Did you
there is
know?
I didn't know.
there is
How are we
content.
supposed to know?
There is content coming. We are new to this. Like,
Fuck, sorry, Patreon.
Or
yes.
was it a file type issue?
I don't know.
But
figure it out.
do you want to get your topic on the roster? If you manage
fuck
to
off.
donate, you
Fuck
can
off,
actually.
If you've
Add
got
in a topic?
suggestions for what we should do for our 1 year anniversary, which will be
Oh, shit.
November-ish.
Yeah,
It's been a year? November?
I think it's November,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
God,
we almost
boys.
been here. It's going to be a
We're
big
coming
episode.
up on 50 episodes.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you've got an idea for 50th episode or the anniversary of this podcast, please drop into our DMs on Instagram, on TikTok. You could even send it on Spotify, the little rinky-dink fucking setup you're listening to it right now. Send a question. James loves reading them. He pleasures himself till
I
he
do
leaks blue
love
milk.
to read. I make that blue milk to it.
But yeah, so make sure you tell a friend, bring a friend. 5-star
Fuck a friend.
result. If you don't have any friends, maybe you should have a shower. You stinky Warhammer bitch. But that's
Stop collecting chaos. Subscribe to
Ruin
us.
someone's wedding.
Yeah.
Register your car, guys.